Hey guys, welcome to our channel, and today we're going to talk about fantasy football, a heartbreaking loss for our dynasty team. Me and my siblings, I majorly manage it though, do a dynasty league. We've been doing it for a while. I've been playing fantasy football since I was like 10, and we had a really good year. We were the best record in our league, 10-3, and we were going into the playoffs, and we got kicked out round one by Jeudy and Mike Gesicki. Just Jeudy was the team name, but like the player that really like went over the top for this guy was Mike Gesicki and the frickin' Arizona Cardinals defense. And that's who kicked us out. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna pull up on the laptop, and you'll see on here I'll have Elena pop up the screen capture. We made it to the finals last year, and then we lost. So we made it to second place. And this year we couldn't even make it that far, which is a real bummer because I feel like we had a much stronger team this year than last year for sure. That's why fantasy football is so frustrating. One bad week and you're gone when it comes to playoffs. It doesn't matter how good your record was. So our team is the praying mantis. Don't ask about the name. And then we have Judge Jeudy over here. This joker, as you can see, beat us with Mike Gesicki, Arizona Cardinals defense. And then David Montgomery's one fluky 80-yard rushing touchdown. I could take the David Montgomery explosion. He's been pretty good the past couple weeks. He's been up. But this guy and this is ridiculous. And the Giants offense had actually been looking all right the past couple of weeks, and they just had a total meltdown against an average defense. We have the #1 defense in the league, Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, they were slumping come this playoff time. Yun-Ho Koo. Okay, we're just going to say Koo. We had kicker Koo over here, #1 kicker in the league, give us an 8-point performance. This guy single-handedly won us one of our games this year with a 33-point performance. This is what he decides to do in the playoffs. This is what the #1 defense decides to do in the playoffs with Pittsburgh here. We have Hayden Hurst as a tight end who was pretty solid at the beginning of the year, 5, 6, 7 points. This guy, the past couple weeks, had just been terrible. This is the one that's on me. I should have definitely tried to maybe pick somebody up as a tight end and slip him in that slot, but he was up against a good matchup, and I would assume in such a high-powered Falcons offense, how long was he going to go without a notable role? Unfortunately, as you can see here, the answer is he can go a long time without a notable role. J.K. Dobbins did a good job. This guy is on the up and up. Old Dobbins. Cam Akers gave an awesome performance. James Robinson did okay. Perryman let us down. Now, why am I playing Perryman a Jet? He actually had a string of good weeks. He did much better with Joe Flacco as quarterback because Joe Flacco can actually throw the ball more than 20 yards downfield, unlike old Sam Darnold. Let me get into why I played Perryman. Not only did he have a good matchup in the week that he was playing, but he was the #1 receiver due to injuries. So Sam Darnold really only had him to throw to, and he still only managed 4 points. The Jets' offense is pitiful. This was definitely our weakest position. When Joe Flacco was playing, it was one of our strongest positions because he kept chucking a deep bomb at him. But with Sam Darnold in, he had one good game with Sam Darnold, and then the other 2 games, including this one, was a not good game for us. A.J. Brown is great. Tannehill's great. Jefferson was another letdown. Even though the score isn't terrible, it was a letdown compared to what he was doing because Jefferson was just on fire. He was giving us 20-something points every single week with a touchdown or multiple touchdowns or a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and a lot of yards and catches. This was definitely not a good performance from him, but it's not terrible. So we really lost it majorly by old Judge Jeudy blowing up, way above projection. But for our team underperforming in very strong positions such as our top kicker, our top defense, our tight end did nothing, and then Perryman did nothing. Other than that, those 4 positions is what really lost it for us. Whenever you look at a team, you try to look at the weakest links, and unfortunately, we got kicked out first round because our top kicker, our top defense didn't show up. I probably failed to make a better substitute at tight end, if you are not playing in a dynasty league and you like fantasy football, you are missing out. Dynasty leagues are so much fun, and it's great to be able to hold over whatever players you want year into year, upcoming rookies, all that good stuff. As you can see from our team as I'm scrolling down, we have a lot of young players. I think the oldest player on our team would be Ryan Tannehill at 32, and that's not even super old for a quarterback position in football these days. I just made these tight end pickups this week after the loss. It was Dan Arnold, tight end of Arizona, and Cole Kmet of Chicago, tight end. He's another rookie. Both of these guys are young tight ends. And Hayden Hurst is a great tight end, if you guys can remember him from Baltimore. He's just being underused and utilized in this Atlanta offense right now, which is kind of frustrating. But anyway, we have 3 good options at tight end going into next year. Maybe a rookie will come in to the NFL next year that I'll try to get in the next year's draft. Okay, so DJ Chark. DJ Chark is a top wide receiver, not with Mike Glennon in the game. They kept benching Minshew for whatever reason, even though his thumb got better. And he just was not working well with Chark. So Chark was useless due to the quarterback play, not because of his own fault. Allen Lazard is being underused in that Green Bay offense. Even though he's capable of a big game, he had a terrible game too. None of these alternative receivers on our team did anything in our playoff week, including Michael Pittman Jr., who's a promising rookie on Indianapolis, and Phillip Rivers actually likes him and throws to him quite a bit. He gave 5, so 1 point better than Perryman. That wouldn't have changed anything. Allen Lazard got 2. He was underused. DJ Chark was useless. He got I don't even know, 3 points, if that. He might have just, I don't know, he had barely any points as well because of the quarterback situation I've been telling you about. And those were the only subs that I could have made. You know, we had 3 good wide receiver options on the bench. Not as good as Perryman, because again, Perryman's a number 1, and Perryman, due to injuries, was the only person Sam Darnold had to go throw to besides some other guys, and he still didn't show up. So as you can see here, I picked up Gabriel Davis. That would have been a good pickup to have last week in the playoffs. And he has 3 touchdowns in a row from Josh Allen, who's been playing really good. He's a rookie. He's tall. I like big receivers. Big receivers are good threats in the red zone as well as deep balls, and that equals usually big points if they can make it work. So anyway, yeah, that is the story of our dynasty team, and this is what happened in our 2020 playoffs. Super disappointed. If you were burned in your fantasy playoffs, even though you were number 1 in your league, comment below, or even if you weren't number 1 in your league, if you were burned in the fantasy playoffs round 1, go ahead and comment below. Make me feel a little bit better. If you like this content, please consider a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. It's greatly appreciated. You have an awesome fantasy week if you moved on in your playoffs, and if not, good luck battling for 3rd or 4th place like I'm going to be doing now.